Welcome to El Rinconcito de mi casa. Today's story time is about my modeling career. As I said before, I got discovered when I was 15. My mother and my dad decided to put me in a modeling school where they taught you how to walk, talk, etiquette, how to do your makeup, how to do your hair, and it's like how to be a model in life. At the end, there was a fashion show, and in that fashion show, I got discovered by my manager. He was not supposed to scout for people there, but I remember him and we had this energy, pull to each other. Fast forward, I'm in his office. This photographer comes in. He's like, oh, I'll give you the first set of photos for free. For those of you who don't know, when you start modeling, you do a lot of test shoots to create a portfolio, to show the clients how you look. So he gave me my first set of photos. My mom came to the photo shoot. I have this wonderful photo of my mom and I. I was 15. I remember I was sitting there and I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. From the photo shoots, a few weeks later, my parents were they had to sign a document that will allow me to travel to Europe. I got a contract with modeling agency in Paris. When I got to Paris was the first time that I was by myself with nobody that I knew in another country. The only thing I knew was how to speak English. And we got to the agency, and when I got to the agency, they introduced me to a lot of people. And I think I got super overwhelmed and I just started crying. And then they're like, are you okay? And I'm like, I want to speak with my mom. Minding you people. But when I was modeling, we had no iPhone. I had no crazy internet. I remember I had to go to the cyber cafe to be able to speak with my mom if I wanted to. But that day, I remember I dialed the number and then she answered and I was just bawling, crying. And she's like, Angie, are you okay? And I'm like, she's like, mamita, ¿qué te pasa? Oh my God. She's like, you don't have to do this. You can just come back. We'll fly you back. And I'm like, no, I want to stay. I saw the Eiffel Tower for the plane. And she's like, oh, so you're good? I'm like, yeah. I'm just like, Long story short, I ended up staying. I cried a lot for a week. And I was I committed from that moment on to have the experience. So they gave me a little book. That's how I found the directions to castings. They gave me a phone. The phone was this little Nokia that I only got messages on my phone. And I remember I had the snake game to play in the castings. It was a different time. It was a different experience. I feel also that allowed me to be present into the experience. For those of you watching this who wants to be in the modeling industry, if there are a few things I was grateful I heard at the beginning of my career. And first of all, see the modeling career as another job. I know it's hard because it's an industry that is in your face, but don't get overpowered by the lights. See it as another job because it's a very intense job. It requires a lot of physical and mental strength. Also, have the clarity of why you're doing it. The why is what is gonna keep you going when things get tough, when things get uncertain, when you're not making money, when you feel alone, or when you feel awkward, or when you feel rejected. Because, for example, as a model, I dealt with rejections from people, strangers that I didn't know, that will look at me and be like, oh no, thank you. So have a very clear why. And I think that goes to everything in life. Why? For me, the why was traveling. I come from middle class in Venezuela. So traveling was an opportunity that I didn't know if I was gonna have it again. So for me, it was about traveling. It was about meeting people and the experiences and the journey and the food and the noise and the countries and the languages and everything. That's what modeling was for me. And also be open to be taken in a different direction. Today I can tell you that I am in love with what I do. Creating content, coming up with ideas, capturing feelings and all of that, for me it's like breathing. It makes me have so much joy every single day. But that happened because I allow myself to be open to other things. I feel at the beginning of my career, I was a little bit closed because I was modeling. The moment I relax and I breathe and I open up to other things and I open up to see life and open up to let my heart talk, and guide me into another direction, also magic happened. So yeah, keep that in mind if you're embarking yourself in this wonderful, because it was a wonderful experience of modeling. And I'll see you the next time. Have a good night.